I recently finished the whole series of The Summer I Turned Pretty. I usually don't buy physical books anymore, but I was compelled to based on how charming this franchise sounded on TikTok. So I just really want to start with the book series before I watch the show. I already finished the show and I love the show and I like what the show did different, but before I got into it, I did finish these books. What I say is just going to be based purely on these books I read, right? So before reading, I already had a bias for Jeremiah, but while reading the series, my bias pretty much dropped because it's the books that helped me realize that Belly is Conrad's lifelong devoted pick-me. It was Emily Dickinson that said that the heart wants what it wants or else it does not care. It's very well written in Belly's characterization that the heart wants what it wants. You don't understand it, but you understand that she has to see this relationship through. This relationship has to be pursued. It has to be sought through. I can't see her having the same kind of passion for anybody else without seeing it through with Conrad. With that said, the only thing annoying about the characters was Jeremiah, even though I prefer Jeremiah to Conrad, and it was because of Jeremiah's delulu. Basically, I think it was quite annoying how delulu he was about Belly. I feel as if he pursued Belly to fulfill, pretty much to replace that maternal force, that maternal female presence in his life with somebody very linked to that presence, being, Belly and Susanna. A female figure that he can keep a constant in his life, and he didn't want to lose to his brother's favor, because pretty much as he feels everyone in his family, maybe even his mother included, seems to prefer Conrad over him. He just couldn't see Belly do the same thing while the only, again, strong maternal figure in his life is slipping away. And I do think that deep down he understood that Belly is Conrad's girl through and through. Belly is Conrad's pick me. He was just very, very delusional about it. And that was pretty much the only thing annoying about the story, believe it or not. Belly's passion for Conrad is annoying, but I could understand the heart wants what it wants. The book does a good job of helping me understand that her heart truly beats for Conrad. I didn't understand what was going on for Jeremiah. He's a great golden retriever boyfriend. I spent the whole reading experience wishing he had the willpower and self-respect to realize that Belly just was not it, that did not respect him as much as he respected Conrad. And I was very glad to see that that's exactly what happened in the end. He, had a standard. The standard was, I want all of your love, your whole heart, not just part of it, not just a piece of it belonging to Conrad. I want all of it. And that being the ultimatum, what broke the relationship in the end. I really, really liked that. I like that he came through with the self-respect in the end. And at the end of the day, while he does lose Belly, he does lose, I believe that there is comfort in the fact that he and all of the characters are still so very young, right? We can still be confident that Jeremiah does find the woman that is for him, that will choose him, and we are confident that he can find her quite easily, like very easily, than he got into his relationship with Belly. You know what I mean? So the ending of the story, him losing, wasn't a complete tragedy. I feel like we know better. And it's really for the best that Belly is partnered with somebody like Conrad to protect the rest of womankind from his fuckboy antics. I also just want to know, while we're still talking about the characters, that Jeremiah definitely did not cheat. Let me not just talk, right? Let me find the receipt. Right, before I got into the books, right, Conrad girlies were speaking so ardently about, well, they were Conrad propaganda. They were spreading Conrad propaganda, saying that Jeremiah was a cheater and he does something unforgivable to the story, only to find out smack in the beginning of chapter 5 is when we broke up in April. When we broke up in April, it really did come out of nowhere. Yes, we had little fights here and there, but you could hardly even call them in fights. Jeremiah has sex with somebody else in the period where they were broken up, and Belly believes it to be cheating, right? Because I guess she believes that Jeremiah should know that they were going to get back together, but I don't think that's completely realistic. What led to their breakup is she kind of let it be known that she did see him as the inferior brother with the inferior complex, and I think that dug into what Jeremiah knows deep down. She is for Conrad. She basically said something about, oh, don't take your inferiority complex out on me. I'm going to take that as you see him as the inferior brother, obviously. And I think Jeremiah is not dumb. He caught that too. I do not see it as cheating that he went with somebody who doesn't, who sees him differently. Yeah, the girl that he had sex with, she thinks he's ridiculously hot, as he's supposed to be, right? He's the prom king. He's prom king of his school, so that tells you always know what kind of person he is, what he looks like. And yeah, after Belly lets him really hurts his feelings, calling him inferior, absolutely. I'm pretty sure he's in the mindset of, no, I'm not gonna get back with her, and let me go, really let off some steam with this girl who absolutely adores me, probably based on the physical, based on looks. But yeah, no, I think Belly's completely unrealistic for him to think that they would get back together again. And he didn't cheat. He did not cheat. Little notes about the writing style of these books. Very simple, yeah, very simplistic. It's obviously meant to be a casual summer read by the beach. It's written like that, and I didn't read it by the beach. I'm reading it in the Nadar of summer. I obviously could see myself reading something like this by the beach. So it's written for the occasion. I didn't know whether to view the constant flashbacks in this story as manipulative, or to accept it as part of the charm it has as a body of work. At the end of the day, it did do what it was supposed to do, giving the characters and their relationships the texture it needed, and getting a sense of the memories they have built every summer to make summer such a sentimental season in these series, I thought was very, very beautiful. So all in all, when it comes to scoring how the whole series went, 7 out of 10. A very solid, very charming story, very intoxicating circumstances, trapped in a love triangle with two Hollister cute waspy society boys in their summer home. Yummy, yummy fantasy. 7 out of 10 for sure.